Hello and welcome my dear students. Now we are going to discuss today chapter 6, that is algorithms and flowcharts. So in this chapter, first of all we are going to see that what are algorithms, flowcharts, loops and the different flowcharts for doing any task or any project. So in our daily life we carry a certain number of sequential steps to perform a particular task or to get a desired output. So for example, if you are making a tea and if you are wearing shoes or dialing a phone, so the set of instructions which you follow or the steps which you follow, or you may say in a simple language, the procedure which you follow to solve any problem, or any procedure you follow any procedure to complete any process or to resolve any issue, then it is called a algorithm. So algorithm is what? An algorithm, always remember this definition, an algorithm is a set of sequential instructions which are used to perform a specific task or to solve a mathematical or logical problem. It is a step-by-step procedure to solve any problem. It is written in simple language. तो एल्गोरिथम क्या है? एल्गोरिथम एक इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं, सीक्वेंशियल इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं. सीक्वेंशियल मींस इन ए स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर. इट इज अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर. एक ये स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर है विच यू हैव टू फॉलो टू परफॉर्म अ स्पेसिफिक टास्क. कोई भी एक टास्क करने के लिए या जॉब करने के लिए जो हम एक इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो करते हैं और स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर फॉलो करते हैं to solve a mathematical or logical problem, then it is called a algorithm and it is written in a simple language. और इसे हम एक simple language में लिखते हैं. So always remember this definition, that an algorithm is a set of sequential instructions which are used to perform a specific task or to solve a mathematical or a logical problem. It is a step by step procedure to solve any problem. It may be a mathematical problem or any procedural or logical problem. So in a step by step procedure, it is always written in a precise manner. Precise manner means in a simple language and in a exact and accurate manner. Okay, now the rules for the advantages of algorithm. The advantages of algorithm. Why we need this algorithm? हमें algorithms की requirement क्यों हुई? Because algorithms are machine independent. Algorithms are machine independent. First rule is algorithms are machine independent. So algorithms follow the step by step procedure, and in machines we follow a definite procedure and it is not dependent on the machine. Means hardware, it is not dependent on the hardware or any kind of software. The steps given in the algorithm are created manually, okay, and it is not a machine dependent procedure. It is machine independent. Next is, these are easy to understand. It is written in a simple language, so these are easy to understand. Listen, machine here means that a computer system or any device. So algorithms are machine independent. It does not depend on any kind of hardware, or it does not depend on any kind of particular software. So these are all machine independent, and these are easy to understand. Next is these are easily be converted into flowcharts. Later in the video we also discuss about flowcharts, but algorithms can easily be converted into the flowcharts. Now next is these are easy to implement because algorithm is a step-by-step procedure, so it is very easy to implement these steps to follow any instruction or to complete any task. Implement means हम इसे कहीं भी इस प्रोसीजर को अप्लाई कर सकते हैं और इस प्रोसीजर को अप्लाई करके हम अपने टास्क को कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज algorithms helps in detecting and eliminating errors from the problem. algorithms क्या करते हैं, हेल्प करते हैं डिटेक्ट करने में, और eliminating means to wipe off. eliminating means खत्म करने में errors from the program. जो हमारे errors हैं प्रोग्राम में या कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है हमारे प्रोग्राम में, तो algorithms चूंकि एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर है, इसलिए थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ algorithms we can detect the errors and eliminate them errors from the program. Now the next topic is rules for writing algorithms. तो मेन जो कुछ रूल्स हैं, कुछ राइटिंग for how to write algorithms. So there are some guidelines for writing an algorithms. कुछ guidelines हैं which we follow to write algorithms. These rules make algorithm easy to understand. इन rules के follow करके we can easily understand the algorithm, and any people who do not know about any procedure, they can easily understand the algorithm. So you have, when you write an algorithm, you have to follow these rules. So the first rule in this guideline is assign statement numbers to each line such as step 1, step 2, step 3. तो जैसा कि मैंने पहले बताया कि algorithm एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर है, तो हमेशा स्टेप 1, स्टेप 2, स्टेप 3 इस तरह से हम algorithms के सारे स्टेप्स को परफॉर्म करेंगे और लिखेंगे. ओके, सो नंबर्स यू हैव टू असाइन ऑन ईच स्टेप. नेक्स्ट इज ऑलवेज बिगिन योर algorithms विद स्टार्ट. जब भी हम एल्गोरिथम स्टार्ट करेंगे लिखना, तो स्टेप 1 जो हमारा होगा दैट विल बी स्टार्ट. ओके, ऑलवेज एल्गोरिथम्स स्टार्ट विद द स्टेप 1. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज राइट ईच इंस्ट्रक्शन इन ए सेपरेट लाइन. हर एक इंस्ट्रक्शन, हर एक जो स्टेप्स होंगे वो एक सेपरेट लाइन में होंगे. ओके, नो टू स्टेप्स आर गिवन इन अ सिंगल लाइन. एवरी ईच स्टेप is given in a separate line. Okay, next is write stop at the end of the algorithm. और हमेशा last step you write the last step of the algorithm as stop. Okay, last step में end में algorithm के हम stop लिखेंगे. So these are all the rules. These are all 4 rules which you have to follow while writing algorithms. Now the next is example. So how do you write algorithm? For example, first procedure, step 1 is write the statement number to each line. That is the step 1. And the step 1, as you already know that in writing algorithm, your algorithm begin with the start. So the step 1 is start. तो पहला step क्या है? Start. Second step is read first number as length. तो हम यहाँ पे जो algorithm लिख रहे हैं वो algorithm है how to find the area of a rectangle. Okay, So step 1 is a start, step 2 is read first number as length, means जो भी हम नंबर देंगे वो रीड होगा एज लेंथ. स्टेप 3 रीड सेकेंड नंबर एज ब्रेथ, एंड स्टेप 4 मल्टीप्लाई लेंथ इनटू ब्रेथ. द फॉर्मूला टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ ए रेक्टेंगल इज लेंथ इनटू breadth. And step 5 is display area, and in the last at the end of the algorithm, step 6 is stop. So step 1 is a start and step 6 is stop. So between start and stop, all the procedures step by step are written in the algorithm. So step 1 is a start, step 2 is read first number as length, step 3 read second number as breadth, step 4 multiply length into breadth, you got the area, and step 5 display area, and in the step 6 it will stop. So this is the procedure to write an algorithm. इसी तरह से हम कोई भी algorithm write करेंगे और उस procedures को step by step follow करेंगे. Now come to the flow chart. What is a flow chart? We have to discuss this. Okay, flow chart. तो algorithms, अभी हमने देखा कि algorithms can be easily converted into the flow chart. हम किसी भी algorithm को बहुत ही easily way में convert कर सकते हैं flow chart में. तो वो हम कैसे करते हैं अभी हम इस पे देखते हैं. A basic flow chart. So in this flow chart, what is a flow chart? A diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. अब जैसे हमने वहां पर अभी एरिया निकाला था रेक्टेंगल का, तो हमने वहां पे स्टेप्स बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर फॉलो किया था. We follow the step by step procedure, and in that procedure we give the length, we give the breadth, and then multiply the length into breadth, and we got the area. So we have to we follow these steps. But in the basic flow chart, in this flow chart we follow those steps in a diagrammatic representation. हम यहाँ पर उन्हीं steps को diagrammatic representation के थ्रू देखेंगे. So flow charts क्या है? A diagrammatic representation of an algorithm. Okay, a diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is called a flow chart. It indicates the flow of the process or the instructions. तो instructions कैसे follow हो रहे हैं, कैसे process हो रहे हैं, ये सारी चीजें हम इस flow chart में देखेंगे. Different geometrical shapes, symbols and lines with arrows are used to create a flow chart. So all of you see in this figure there are different kinds of shapes, different kinds of arrows, okay, and symbols are used to create a flow chart. बहुत सारे तरह के symbols और arrows use हो रहे हैं flow chart में. तो flow chart is a powerful tool. flow chart क्या है? एक powerful tool है. With proper design and construction, it communicates the steps in a process very effectively, okay, and efficiently also. So in flow chart के through we can easily understand the procedure or the steps which we written in our algorithm. जो हमने algorithm में steps लिखे हैं वो इस हम diagrammatic representation के through बहुत ही easily understand कर सकते हैं. So now the flow chart symbols. Next is the flow chart symbols. So in this flow chart you see this is a start. First you start this flow chart with this symbol. This is the symbol of the start. So it is the start and it is the in the last end, or you may say stop. So you may also write here the end and or stop, and in the starting it will be start. Okay, so both the symbols, both the shapes are same. The shape of the start box and the shape of the end or stop box is the same. So it shows the starting and ending of the flow chart. Okay, now it is a rounded rectangle. Okay, you may say it is a rounded rectangle. So now the next shape is this parallelogram. This input box is parallelogram. So this input box is used to read and print the data. When you enter the length and breadth to find the area of the rectangle, you input length and breadth. You put length and breadth in this input box. So this parallelogram is a input box. Okay. Next is the process. Now you give the length and breadth. Now multiply this length into breadth in this process box. Okay. So the process input you have given in this box, and all the processes are done in this box, this rectangular box. So always process is in the rectangular shape. Okay, ये याद रखना है कि स्टार्ट एक रेक्टेंगुलर राउंडेड रेक्टेंगुलर बॉक्स में होगा और स्टॉप भी एक राउंडेड रेक्टेंगुलर बॉक्स में होगा. उसके बाद इनपुट बॉक्स होगा जो कि एक पैरेललोग्राम होगा. उसके बाद प्रोसेस होगा. देन it is in the shape of rectangle. Then come to the decision box. This is the decision or a condition box. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि कोई डिसीजन हमें लेना होता है, कोई कंडीशन हमें प्रूव करनी होती है कि whether it condition is true or it condition is false. So the process can proceed. तो अगर प्रोसेस प्रोसीड होना है तो अगर डिसीजन यहाँ पर मेकिंग होगी कि ये प्रोसीजर किस तरफ आगे प्रोग्रेस होगा, प्रोसीजर कि it becomes to the end or it comes to the next procedure. Okay, so this is a decision box or condition box, and this box is called diamond box. इस box को हम क्या कहते हैं? Diamond box. Now here you see the process box again. Now the decision is taken and the process is done here in these boxes. Now come to the circle box. This circle, okay, this circle box becomes, it is called the connection. Okay, connection. It is used to connect one part of flowchart to another. Here this circle connect it to the output. Okay, so all the input and process and decision and then process is done. Now this circle connects to display the output in this box. Okay, so this is the output box and this circle is a connector. Okay, this is called a connector and it is used to connect one part of the flowchart to another part, and this is the output box. Okay, and in the last this is the end, and these are all arrows. Okay, these black arrows. Okay, and these arrows are called flow lines. इनको हम क्या कहते हैं? Flow lines. So it shows the connection between the symbols to flowchart. ये जो हम सारे symbols use कर रहे हैं flowchart में, तो इनके जो connections हैं वो इस flow lines के through होते हैं, means इन arrows के through होते हैं. Now the next topic which we going to discuss is flowchart to calculate the area of a rectangle. अब हम देखेंगे कि हम कैसे हम calculate कर सकते हैं एक area rectangle का with the help of this flowchart. Okay. Now first of all of you see this flowchart. This is the start button. Okay, start shape. Here you start your flowchart as you written in your algorithm. Start, then input. This is the input box that is in the shape of parallelogram. Input length and breadth. Okay, you may also separate it in two boxes. Input length in one box, input breadth in second box. Now the process box, that is the rectangular shape. It is area equal to length into breadth. Okay, you apply the formula here, area equal to length into breadth, and then the display box, this is print area. Okay, print area. We are not giving any discussion box. हमने यहाँ पर diamond box का use नहीं किया है because there is no need to give any condition or any to take any decision or any condition. So we simply give here formula area equal to length into breadth in the process box, and get the area in the display box, and in the last we stop or end our flow chart. Okay, so this is the procedure to calculate the area of a rectangle. So it is a simple flow chart, basic flow chart, which you get to find the area of a rectangle. So simply you put start in this rectangular or elliptical circle, then in the parallelogram you put the length and breadth, then in the rectangle you put the area equal to length into breadth, then in the print area you get the output, and the last you get stop or end. Next is the loop. Okay, loop. Now loop, a mechanism in which a task can be performed many times. A task can be repeated again and again. Okay, loop. Sometimes a task has to be repeated again and again. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि कोई टास्क हमें बार बार रिपीट करना होता है. So the loop is a mechanism in which a task can be performed many times. To keep a task can be repeated again and again. So loop क्या है? Loop means it is a repetition of a statement. ये क्या है? किसी भी statement का repetition है until a condition is met. जो कि हम डिसीजन बॉक्स में देखते हैं कि कोई भी कंडीशन जब तक वो मेट नहीं हो जाती है तब तक लूप हमारा, तब तक प्रोसीजर हमारा परफॉर्म होता रहता है, मेनी टाइम्स रिपीट होता रहता है, अगेन एंड अगेन. और कितनी बार लूप एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है, इसके लिए हम यूज करते हैं एक काउंटर. वी पुट अ काउंटर टू काउंट that how many times a loop is executed, कितनी बार लूप एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है. तो इसलिए भी लूप is also called iterative statement. Okay, loop is also called iterative statement. So a loop is repeated many times, but how many times? Question arise होता है कि loop is repeated many times, but how many times? So to count the loop which is repeated many times, a counter is set up to check the number of times a loop is repeated until a condition is met. जब तक वो condition true है तब तक loop जो है वो number of times repeat होता रहेगा. Okay, जब तक की condition true है. और अगर condition false है then loop stops. Okay, and counter counts the number of times a loop is repeated. Now, flow chart to print hello world 10 times. But before that you have to know some guidelines for making a flow chart. Okay. Now, so for making a flow chart you have to follow some guidelines also. So every flow chart has some unique features which makes it accurate. All of you see in this flow chart, this is a flow chart to print hello world 10 times. So the guidelines for making a flow chart, every flow chart has some unique features which makes it accurate. The guidelines for making a flow chart, the first guideline that every flow chart has a stop and stop symbol. Okay, एक start symbol होगा और last में एक stop symbol है. All of you see this, there is a start symbol and stop symbol at the last. The flow chart always flown from top to bottom. हमेशा जो एरो होगा मीन्स जो प्रोसीजर होगा वो स्टार्ट से स्टार्ट होगा और स्टॉप पे एंड होगा. मीन्स टॉप से चलेगा और बॉटम पे एंड होगा. ये नहीं कि बॉटम से चलेगा और टॉप पे एंड होगा. दिस वे इज नॉट करेक्ट, बट इट फॉलोज फ्रॉम स्टार्ट एंड एंड एट द stop, that is from top to bottom. Next is the flow chart Next is the flow chart. Always one flow line that comes out from a process symbol. प्रोसेस सिंबल से केवल एक ही फ्लो लाइन बाहर निकलेगी. वेयर इज द प्रोसेस सिंबल? प्रोसेस सिंबल इज काउंट इक्वल टू काउंट प्लस 1 इन दिस फ्लो चार्ट. तो इस फ्लो चार्ट में क्या प्रोसेस सिंबल क्या है? काउंट इक्वल टू काउंट प्लस 1. तो इससे केवल एक ही एरो, दिस एरो, केवल एक ही एरो बाहर निकल रही है. ओके ओके. All the boxes of the flow chart are connected with arrows. Okay, सारे boxes, जितने भी boxes हैं flow chart के, that will be connected by the arrows. All of you see, all the boxes are connected by the arrows, not by a single line. केवल simple line से connect नहीं रहेंगे. All the boxes are connected with the arrows. Remember these guidelines. Only one flow line is used to connect the start and stop symbol. स्टार्ट और स्टॉप सिंबल को केवल एक ही एरो लाइन कनेक्ट करेगी. मींस ओनली सिंगल लाइन कनेक्ट द ओनली सिंगल एरो लाइन कनेक्ट द स्टार्ट एंड दिस स्टॉप सिंबल. ओके. अ डिसीजन बॉक्स, दिस इज काउंट इज लेस देन 10. दिस डिसीजन बॉक्स हैज ओनली वन एंट्री पॉइंट. ओके, वन एंट्री पॉइंट but 2 exit points. 2 exit points होंगे. One exit point is of yes and second exit point is of no. Okay, so entry point तो 1 है. This arrow entry point is 1, but the exit point, this output point has 2 conditions, either is yes or either no. And the connectors are used to connect different parts of the flow chart. Means these arrows are called connectors. So no, these arrows are not connectors, these are the flow lines. Connectors are the circles. Okay, this connectors are the circles. This circle, this is a connector. So this connector can connect the upper part and the lower part of the flow chart. So circle is a connector. Okay, so now discuss this flow chart to print hello world 10 times. Okay, all of you see your flow chart. Start, first box start from here, then count equal to 0. You make a variable with the name count and you give equal to a number that is 0. तो count को हमने equal कर दिया 0 के. मीन्स अभी count में कौन सा नंबर है? 0 है. और उसके बाद हमने एक इनपुट दिया कि प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड. ओके, हमने यहां पर इनपुट दिया काउंट इक्वल टू 0 और यहां पर हमने नेक्स्ट बॉक्स में दिया इनपुट प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड. तो काउंट इक्वल टू 0 हमने यहां पर रेक्टेंगुलर बॉक्स में दिया है. मींस ये प्रोसेस का बॉक्स है. यहां पर हमने वैल्यू दे दी काउंट इक्वल टू 0. इन द नेक्स्ट इनपुट बॉक्स वी गिव प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड और आउटपुट हमारा क्या होगा? प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड. तो स्टार्ट काउंट 0 है, प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट बॉक्स दैट इज द प्रोसेस बॉक्स, यहां पर हमने प्रोसेस बॉक्स में काउंट इक्वल टू काउंट प्लस 1. तो पहले काउंट में कौन सी वैल्यू दी थी हमने? 0. और तो पहले वाली वैल्यू यहां आ गई काउंट में. तो काउंट इक्वल टू काउंट प्लस 1. तो अभी काउंट में कौन सी वैल्यू है? 0. और फिर प्लस 1. तो 0 प्लस 1 इक्वल टू 1. तो इस काउंट में चली गई 1. ओके, काउंट प्लस 1. तो काउंट में कौन सी वैल्यू है? 0. ये 0 प्लस 1 इक्वल टू 1 विच इज कम इन दिस काउंट. इस काउंट में वैल्यू आ गई 1. नाउ कम टू द डिसीजन बॉक्स. इज काउंट इज लेस देन 10. क्या काउंट लेस देन 10 है? तो अभी काउंट पे कौन सी वैल्यू आई है? 0 + 1 विच इज इक्वल टू 1. सो काउंट इज लेस देन 10. यस. तो अगर यस है देन प्रिंट हेलो वर्ल्ड. प्रिंट हो जाएगा हेलो वर्ल्ड. एंड नाउ अगेन काउंट इक्वल टू काउंट प्लस 1. सो अब काउंट में 1 जा चुका है. सो यहां पर काउंट में 1 है और यहां पर प्लस 1 है. सो 1 + 1 becomes 2. 2 come to this count and is again process come to the decision box. Is count is less than 10? Then yes. Then after yes, it then again print this hello world. So this is a loop. All of you see in this flow chart the loop works here 10 times. Okay, and at the last when the count becomes 9 and 9 + 1 is equal to 10. Okay, 1 by 1 it increases by 1, and when it becomes 9 in this count, it becomes 9, then 9 + 1 equal to 10, and 10 comes to this count, count equal to 10. Then is count is less than 10? Then no, count is not less than 10. So count is not less than 10. Then the condition is false. Then it will go to the no and it will go to stop button. Okay, so stop procedure follow. So it starts from 0 when count equal to 0. Then first it print the hello world. Then it 0 + 1 equal to 1. Then the condition is true and it again print hello world. So from 0 to 9 it print 10 times hello world on the output. Okay, and when count equal to 10 then the condition is false. यहाँ पे condition false हो जाएगी और then it comes to the end or stop the flow chart or stop the process. Okay, and the example of the flow chart to calculate the perimeter of the rectangle similar in a similar manner as you see the area of to find the area of the rectangle, and next given in your book is how to find the greater between two numbers. Okay, and how to find the average of three numbers. So all of you see in your book there are 3 examples given: how to find the calculate the perimeter, how to find the average of 3 numbers, how to find the greatest number between two numbers, greater number between two numbers, and how to print names of all the students who have secured 75 marks or above in a summative computer test. So there are several flow charts of any procedure you can make. Okay, now the last topic of your chapter is the ATM transaction. So cash withdrawal from the ATM. When you go, all of you go to the ATM in the bank to take out the cash. Okay, to withdraw the cash from the ATM. So it also follows a procedural step. यह भी एक procedural step है to follow the cash withdrawal from the ATM. So how would you take the cash from the ATM? First of all, you go to the ATM. So always start your flow chart with this start symbol. Okay, हम इस start symbol से start करेंगे. Then in the ATM transaction, all of you see you have your ATM card. सबके पास ATM card होता है. Then insert your card. The first procedure is insert your card in the ATM machine. Then the ATM machine asks to enter your PIN. That is your password. So you enter your PIN here. Next you give. This box is a parallelogram box. Enter PIN box is a parallelogram box, and parallelogram box is a input or output box. So insert card is a rectangle box, it process when you insert card into the ATM. When you insert card into the ATM, it process, it detects your ATM number or account number, then it asks for the enter pin. You input your pin here, okay. Then after inputting your pin, you again put here rectangle box, that is the process box, pin check by ATM, whether your pin is correct or not, it will check by the ATM. So the process here going on by the ATM machine is to check your pin, okay. Now the decision box, this diamond box is a decision box. Is your pin is correct, okay. The ATM machine take the decision that is your machine is correct, is your pin is correct. When you enter your pin, it will decide that by the ATM machine that your pin is correct or not, because if the pin is correct, then all of you see one arrow line to input this decision box and two output lines here, one for yes and another for no. So is pin correct? Then go to yes. If the condition is true, yes, select one transaction and amount for withdrawal. You have to select one transaction, whether you have to take it from the saving bank account or any other kinds of withdrawal, means how many amount you want to withdraw. तो select one transaction, कितना पैसे निकालने हैं, उसके लिए आप यहाँ पर अमाउंट इंटर करेंगे, सेलेक्ट वन ट्रांजैक्शन एंड अमाउंट फॉर विड्रॉल. ये भी एक इनपुट बॉक्स है. तो इस इनपुट बॉक्स में बिकॉज इट इज अ पैरेललोग्राम बॉक्स, सो अगर कंडीशन ट्रू है, पिन ट्रू है, तो एटीएम मशीन आस्क फॉर द अमाउंट यू हैव टू विड्रॉ फ्रॉम द एटीएम मशीन. So select one transaction and amount for withdrawal, and if the condition is no, condition is false, pin is wrong, then it becomes stop, the procedure becomes stop. And if the condition is true, is pin correct, then select one transaction and enter the amount for the withdrawal, and in the next process cash dispense from the ATM. और जैसे ही आपने अमाउंट डाला तो कैश जो होगा वो बाहर आ जाएगा एटीएम से निकल करके. यू टेक योर कैश एंड द प्रोसेस गोज टू द स्टॉप, और यहां पर प्रोसेस स्टॉप हो जाएगा और एंड हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज द सिंपल एंड इन ए easy manner you can understand the cash withdrawal transaction from your ATM. So this is the flow chart. You see the flow chart to withdraw cash from the ATM. So similar types of flow charts you can draw in your copy. Okay, that is the flow chart given in your book. You can draw it for your practice in your copy. There are three flow charts: flow chart to calculate the perimeter, flow chart to calculate the greatest number between two numbers, flow chart to find the average of three numbers. You can make these flow charts for the practice in your copy. So two things are very important: follow the guidelines when you write the algorithm or you making a flow chart, and always use a accurate symbol to enter or to get the output, or you give the decision box or you draw the connector. So every symbol has very importance in any flowchart. Symbols are very important in flowchart. Flowchart to follow these guidelines and rules to make a flowchart. Okay. Thanks for watching my videos, and if you have any doubt regarding the algorithms and flowchart, you can ask me on my mobile number. Thanks for watching my videos.